Today is March 18th, 2024. Welcome to GFTV NewsSpot. 2023 was quite a year of change. New events, new faces, and new initiatives marked by growth, generosity, and a surge in global connections. More FurCons were held this year. It is noteworthy that nearly 20 new furry events sprang up globally, the majority of which are in Asia. COVID-19 is backing off in the tide, thus there are significantly fewer FurCons hosting virtual events. Furries donated the most amount of money since COVID, according to Dutch furry YouTuber Double Meerkat's Furry Charity Index. The 2023 index says furries donated nearly $1.5 million to charity last year, noting that more furries also took the personal initiative to raise money for charity. In 2023, furries made a bigger splash in Asia and the world. We saw furries being their most active since COVID, not to mention the number of new furries joining the community and fun. Singapore's Little Island FurCon got 300 attendees on site at the world-famous resort World Sentosa, and international interest in it is climbing. They hosted Indonesian fursuit maker Daza as their guest of honor. And then from there, GFTV ramped up its community efforts by hosting fur meets every 2 weeks and expanding its online spaces. To the north is Malaysia. It saw its biggest FurCon event yet in the country. First Upon Malaysia Forum 2023 had its biggest attendee count of 728 and its biggest donation count of approximately 5,300 Singapore dollars. And then to the south is Indonesia. They saw progress in their local community too. Now, Indonesia has 3 FurCons: Hawaii, Iwak, and Nusantara FurCon. Indonesian furries now have more space to mingle and celebrate furry culture. 2023 proved that it takes friendship and trust to do something great. GFTV and Taiwanese furry news site Fur Times celebrated their content partnership's first anniversary on January 10th, 2024. With the agreement first signed in December 2022, the GFTV and Fur Times newsrooms expanded each other's output. The partnership led to the translation of so far 8 articles, offering English-speaking audiences unprecedented access to Taiwan's furry scene. 2024 will see more collaboration and expansion. GFTV also worked with Indonesia's Tiger One to bring up furry news output from Indonesia's furry community. Both channels combined their news feeds to strengthen output, also giving unprecedented access into Indonesia's furry scene. Tiger One will be 4 years old as GFTV becomes 10. Meanwhile, some of the country's furry VTubers banded together to launch IncoFur, a furry VTubers group to create a collaboration and content production platform. Back home, GFTV made greater strides to streamline news output and bring it closer to the community. Its Telegram community chat GFTV Furryland has expanded. It gave its new members from Singapore, Asia and beyond not just spaces to talk, but to meet new friends and democratize the furry news channel's news gathering process. All that said, the number of new FurCons, increased charitable donations, and a rise in collaborative media initiatives point to a thriving global furry community. 2023 has set a strong precedent for the furry community's future growth and engagement. The first ever BeastAges Dealers Dance event took place on January 27, 2024. Held in Kaohsiung City, Taiwan, it's a major win for Southern Taiwan's furry fans, offering them a local space to connect and celebrate their interest. Attendees were thrilled with BeastAges. They praised this spacious venue and its clear layout, a welcome change from events up north. The venue's eaves providing shelter for those waiting in line outdoors was a welcome bonus. Despite the success, there's always room to grow. Attendees noted the weak air conditioning and the lack of water for fursuiters. Clearer announcements would also be a plus. Overall, BeastAges filled a much-needed gap for Southern Taiwan's furry community. Organizers aren't resting on their laurels though. they are already planning an even better BeastAges for 2025. They aim for a larger venue this time and put up visitor-friendly amenities like changing rooms and special photo areas. They also hope to attract a wider range of vendors beyond furry, even those with non-furry merchandise. It's a yearly ritual for billions to brace with their loved ones for the fireworks that bloom at the stroke of midnight. For the new year, of course, and furries are no stranger. Be it in person or online, that togetherness never fails. We first turn to Germany. Held in Hotel Fortuna Reutlingen to the south of Stuttgart, it's just furry convention stuff as usual, but wait until the bell rings on the new year. As brilliant colors and light filled the sky, attendees huddled to embrace the new year. This is Furvester, which held a 5-day event from December 28, 2023 to January 1st this year. The fireworks there were just as colorful as the furries. How about a vibrant furry sea of color? Now let's dive into China to Yunyou Island, where festivities are abundant. Held over New Year's Eve, the Chinese Furry Convention's New Year's event featured a dealer stand space and a performance stage. The event offering scope from fursuit catwalks to dance and singing performances. All of that to make sure attendees are warmed up for the big moment. The sky over Yunyou Island is, at least in the imaginations of attendees, lit by majestic fireworks and the new hope ahead for their community. But they're not the only island lit in festive fanfare. Back home we go to Singapore.
I know he's cute, but no.
The country's first furry media channel, Global Furry Television, celebrated New Year's with its community. As GFTV's 11th Fur Meet, the countdown event was held online on its Discord server and mainly featured party games.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The event concluded in cheer with the nation.
3, 2, 1, Happy Singapore!
What you're seeing now is Singapore's televised New Year's countdown event. Large crowds joined festivities around the waterfront area. Fireworks lit up the Marina Bay skyline as Singapore ushered in 2024. And so another new year dawns. Furries have welcomed 2024 in their own colorful ways, proving that the celebration of a fresh start is a tradition enjoyed by humans and colorful creatures alike, wherever they may reside. That's all Furry Fandom News. For more furry news, visit globalfurry.tv. Have a great and wonderful fluffy day.